Do we have backup? Let's see. Hello. Okay, yay! People are here. This is exciting. For those of you, yay! So for those of you who have joined, yay! I'm so glad people are here. So great. Yes. So for those of you who joined, sorry for our technical difficulties. Sound coming through, great. I hope so. Awesome. Oh, I'm so great. I'm so happy to see people here. This is so great. So we do have. I want to explain. I'll explain a little bit. So we're using this Hopin platform. It's something like a webinar platform. You do have the option of joining me on stage and sharing your camera and microphone, but you do not need to. I will leave it at that. So those who are interested in joining me on stage, like go ahead and shout out to us in the chat, but you definitely do not need to join on stage right now. And if you do join on stage, you will be included in the recording that will be available in the replay section. I'm gonna go right into welcoming everybody to BrainHack. Give me a sec to set up some slides. I'm so sorry about technical difficulties this morning, but we're very close. It's back on. There we go. Okay, I am going to share some slides to welcome you to BrainHack and get into our first section, which is really just a welcome and an orientation for all of you about all of the excitement that's happening at BrainHack this morning. So, welcome to BrainHack Global 2021. This is day one. It's going to be continuing for the next 3 days. And before we start, I think it's really important that we start any educational event with a land acknowledgement. This is particularly the land acknowledgement for CAMH, which is the institution that I represent, that I work at. But I really recommend everyone take a moment during the land acknowledgement and think about the land where you're situated or the places where you're situated, and think about what you can do to promote reconciliation. So CAMH is situated on lands that have been occupied by First Nations for millennia, rich land civilized with knowledge of medicine, architecture, and technology, and extensive trade routes throughout the Americas. In 1860, the site of CAMH appeared in the Colonial Records Office of the British Crown as the council grounds of the Mississaugas of the New Credit, as they were known at the time. Today, Toronto is covered by the Toronto Purchase, which is Treaty 13 of 1805, with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Toronto is now home to a vast majority of First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people that enrich this city. And CAMH is committed to reconciliation. We honor the land through programs and places that reflect and respect its heritage, and we embrace the healing traditions of our ancestors and weave them into our caring practices. We help create new relationships and partnerships with First Nation, Inuit, and Métis, and share the land to protect future generations. Yeah, and if you want to hear more about CAMH's journey towards reconciliation, I do recommend that you check out CAMH's relatively new center, Shabe Makwa, which is a healing center dedicated to reconciliation. Okay. So back to where we are, what we're doing now. Thank you for joining me so early in the morning for a brain hack. Usually when I invite people to events like these, they ask me, what is a brain hack? And it's a combination of multiple things. So we say it's a combination of a hackathon, but also a combination of this online conference. If you want to hear more about a brain hack, we can put the link in the chat. There was actually a paper or an invited comment that was published in Neuron in the last year, because brain hacks have become so popular around the world. And it was actually a group-led paper by a lot of brain hack organizers to talk about what brain hack is, why it's important, and how it's trying to promote inclusivity within neuroscience. So BrainHack, the global phenomenon, was started in 2012. These are actually some pictures from the original 2012 BrainHack, and I like to put them up and show them because I'm so proud of the fact that this is me at the first 2012 BrainHack. The first BrainHack that I attended in 2012, it was just a groundbreaking experience for me in terms of my professional development, and now I try to pass that forward and bring that to as many newcomers to neuroscience or newcomers to BrainHack as I can. So the first BrainHack hosted by CAMH, or with help of me, was hosted in 2017. We have some amazing hackers. This was at a space in the CAMH gym back in the day. And we continued this phenomenon in 2018, with 2017 with a return one-day hack. In 2018, with some players, if you look at these pictures, you might recognize your supervisors or people who are now principal investigators and speakers that will be coming back to BrainHack during this online session. And then the last in-person BrainHack was in 2019 at the Krembil Center for Neuroinformatics. And we thank the Krembil Center for Neuroinformatics for supporting our infrastructure through these years. Last year, we partnered with University of Western Ontario to do BrainHack 2020 virtual platform. And this is just me and some lovely women at the University of Western Ontario during their education, their diversity and inclusion panel, which was really well received. And this year, we split off again because we're in the middle of BrainHack Global 2021. So for those of you who don't know, who heard about this event through your Toronto peers, this event is one of multiple happening around the world over the next 2 weeks. And to find out about the other events and to learn more about how we're connecting to the rest of the global community, I do recommend you can check out the BrainHack Global website, and I'll recommend some specific parts of the BrainHack Global website for you to see. Before I go forward, I really have to thank so many people who really helped coordinate and get this thing going. Big shout out to all of you, especially those of you who are in the chat right now. Big thank you. And before we get going, I do have to remind you of BrainHack's Code of Conduct. We are committed at this event to create an inclusive environment that's supportive of everyone. And I do mean that very strongly. We really do want to push collaboration and push friendships and create friendships in science. And that means that we need to respect everyone in this space, regardless of whether we're an in-person space or a virtual space. So we do want to recommend, we don't want any inappropriate behavior in the chats or on our platforms. That includes verbal comments that would be putting others down or that are clearly in violation of our code of conduct or unwanted in nature. Okay, so we're in a virtual space. So I'll say a little bit about how this is going to work and the platforms that we're using. So we're on there's three platforms. Oh, sorry, used to be four. Now 3 platforms that are most important to you. Hopin is our main platform, which hopefully you're on right now. And the other 2 platforms that are important are Discord and Mattermost. So number 1 rule is you be you. So you go to the platforms where you feel most comfortable and try to enjoy and participate in the event in the ways that make you most comfortable. So Hopin, which is our online platform, it's something like a webinar platform. You can see it's at the BrainHack Global Toronto link. We're using this as our main stage. So this is where all of the webinars, all the tutorials, and all the main events will be hosted and discussion panels. You can notice that you can participate without turning on your video or microphone, but you can be invited or you can offer to turn on your video and microphone and be brought on stage. We do recommend that you try to say nice things in the chat. So hello. Say nice things to chat, post happy comments. And we want to we want to remind you that as we're going through the day, you'll see in the lower left corner of your screen, there's a replay button that should link to videos of previous sessions as the day goes on. So if you need to get up, go to another meeting, go for a walk, do something, you just can't go for a walk, have an appointment, watch your kids, do anything that you can't attend all of the sessions during the day, we do recommend you can go right to that replay section and hopefully watch a session that you might have missed. Sometimes, I don't know if this delay is true. The other space, which is really important to tell you about, actually, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Hopefully someone can put the link in the chat right away, is our Discord space. Our Discord space is where we're going to be posting announcements. It's our main discussion space that we're going to have as our group. You can connect to it from your computer or from your phone, we do recommend that you join right away, especially as we've been having technical difficulties, because it's where we're going to be making announcements throughout the day, announcing webinars and events that are starting up. It's also going to be our main discussion platform as we go into the projects and hacking. It also has a music listening channel, which is very exciting. It allows us to have both voice and video channels, and it'll be especially important as we go into our social events. So our virtual social event or Among Us night will be hosted using the Discord link. Wait, is the Discord, can someone check the Discord link? I believe that's the correct one. Okay. Wait, is Jerry using? Okay. Let's see. There might be multiple. Okay. And this will also be especially important as we go into our in-person social events, because it will be our main area for discussion between people. Okay. Okay. The third space is the third space to keep in mind is the Mattermost space. This space is this is actually an open source version of Slack for anybody who knows Slack. And it's shared by the entire global BrainHack community. So for that reason, it's a huge discussion board with thousands and thousands of people around the world on it, which makes it very intimidating to a newcomer. But it is very useful if you want to share your projects or you want to discuss what's happening at the Toronto BrainHack with people around the world. So we will be trying to update that space as well. And some of us who are trying to talk more openly with the rest of the world will be able to use that space. Awesome. Okay. So, like we said, there's lots of things going on. This is actually a screenshot from the global BrainHack. So this is all of the events happening. You see Toronto listed in there within the next 3 days. But we're doing this in tandem with a bunch of other events that are happening. There's also virtual events happening in Montreal throughout the week. Boston and MIT and a bunch of other places. So it's all really exciting. Okay. As of today, in Toronto, on this platform, this Hopin platform, we have actually 5 sessions coming up, which we're really excited about. It's all about learning. It's all about getting ready. In the morning, we're going to talk about learning coding, which will hopefully be useful to everyone. So collaborating. So we're going to start with a session on collaborating with Git and GitHub. We're going to have a Python programming and visualization course. And then in the afternoon, we're going to focus on everything MRI. So we're going to have an intro to MRI session with invited speaker Jacob Matthews from Breakcast Hospital. And then we're going to have an exciting panel discussion with some exiting graduate students to give us their knowledge about how they ended up using MRI in their research and how that went for them and what they enjoyed about that or would have done differently from a science perspective. And then later on in the day, we have a discussion about BIDS and BIDS apps. For those of you who don't know about bids, it's taking over the field by storm, and you should definitely learn about it. Throughout the next 2 days, we're going to have things, tool demos and unconference talks. And these are meant, while we have some speakers lined up, these are areas where you can actually join in. If you want to message me on Discord and you really want to give a short tool demo to tell people about a tool that you might be building in your project, or a tool that you've been building in your lab that you'd like to get more people to try out. Or you can give an unconference talk. So if there's a data set or a area of science that you're really interested in, if you want to give a 5 to 10 minute talk about that before the project updates, you're more than welcome to join us and come do that as well. And these talks are meant to be informal. They're meant to be just like a platform for you to use. Tomorrow, we're really excited. We're going to come back to a session on mindfulness we're going to end the day, the hacking day, with a session on mindfulness at 4 p.m. Where Dr. Norman Farb, who does mindfulness research, will be telling us about mindfulness, but he'll also be leading us in a mindfulness meditation session to get our brains in check. And then finally, on Friday, we're going to talk about careers. We thought this was really important, actually, because a lot of our BrainHack alum are now moving into different career fields, and we wanted to ask them back to get their knowledge, have them share their knowledge about what's going on. So we have Dr. Derek Beaton, who's now Director of Advanced Analytics and Data Science at St. Michael's Hospital. We also have Dr. Roseanne Alliong, who you might remember from previous BrainHack panels, who's the Director of Research, Innovation, and Translation at the Rotman Research Institute. And we have someone who's in the pure academic route, Dr. Trijoy Tripathi, who's an independent scientist at CAMH and an assistant professor in psychiatry at University of Toronto. Importantly, this whole event is about coming together. So we really want to invite you to join us at our virtual social events. So we have a virtual event of Among Us. We're going to play Among Us tonight at 6:30. And please join us on the Discord platform to come play Among Us and to meet some other hackers online. And if you don't want to meet us online, please come meet us in person. So tomorrow night, we're going to be meeting up at the Distillery Winter Village, hopefully as a safe outdoor event, so that we can stroll through some Christmas lights. And definitely keep in touch. During that time, Discord will be our main source of announcements to tell people where the big group is. So in that case, being on Discord will hopefully be very, very helpful. Okay. So this event is actually, the next 2 days are going to be a hackathon, and I wanted to prepare you for the idea of what this hackathon could be. So a hackathon project could be anything. It could be a completely new idea or a completely new product, or it could be something you've been working on for a long time that you just want to pick up again for the next 2 days. So for the larger projects, for projects where you would like help or you would like to work with groups, we do have some recommendations. The first is that you actually post it to the BrainHack Global Project Board. Michael, when we go into our Git and GitHub session, will actually tell you a little bit more about these ideas and about how to share your project with the world. Beyond that, we wanted to give you some recommendations for bringing your project to the BrainHack community. So get ready to do a project pitch. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're going to do project pitches where people are going to come on stage and tell us about the projects that they want to do during BrainHack and invite people to help them. We also recommend that you add your project to the project board, but also that you create a discussion platform for your project on our Discord server. So you can create a channel for your project. And maybe think about times during BrainHack when you have set meetings or set discussions relating to your project, and anyone who's interested to give feedback or advice about how you design things or how you're going to structure the project. And tune in to the next workshop where we're going to be talking about GitHub skills and other information to help you set up your project. Okay. That was everything I wanted to share. Cool. Okay. With that, I think I'm going to be leaving the stage for a little bit, for about 5 minutes. The next session is set to start about now, but I think I'm going to leave the stage, which will hopefully mean that we can create a video of what I just said and have it available to people who didn't want to wake up at 9 in the morning. Thank you, everyone who woke up at 9 in the morning for to listen to me say this. And within the next 5 minutes, after we get some coffee, or some breakfast, we'll be welcoming Michael, Joseph, and Matt Carlucci onto the stage to talk about Git and GitHub techniques. So see you soon, guys.